Alright guys, so we're going to be playing the 122 TM again. I am not a fan of this vehicle, but recently I did a poll and most people said that they wanted to see mediums. I asked you guys, if I'm not playing lights, what else do you want to see? And most people said, I'm only here for lights, mediums, or a couple people commented saying, you know, whatever you want to do, but most people did not select medium, or I'm sorry, heavies or tank destroyers. So technically the 122 TM is a medium. It is kind of a weird medium. You know, it has no DPM, it's slow. It does have good armor though. I am not a fan of this vehicle though, just because I think the gun is like literally the worst piece of trash in the world. Skill for LTU says the opposite. Oh, gun handling's great. He must be on crack. I don't know what's going on, or I'm on crack, or one of, you know, it's one or the other, because this gun is literally like the worst thing I've ever played with. Like, I can never hit anything with this gun. But regardless, the armor still works pretty well, and if you play this thing properly, you can do pretty well with it. It's just when you can't hit shit, like it really it pisses me off, man. Like I'm already pre-mad, right? I'm mad ahead of the games, before the games, because I know how this gun is going to handle for me. And I was trying to mark this thing. You'd think like 2,500 combined, yeah, we should be able to do that. But yeah, I just haven't been having a great time with this vehicle. Crew is pretty stacked here. You can take a look at it for yourself. I do run it with turbo in the mobility slot, and then just standard V-stab and rammer. And then for this slot, I guess I decided to go with the mobility improvement system tier 3, the vents here, and then the rammer. And in fact, I might have tried to change around my, because I wonder if I moved this but didn't move it off of the second piece of equipment, if you know what I mean. So I run this setup, you know, in case I'm on a map where like it's kind of a brawling map, but I still like having the turbo there, honestly. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. I'm just going to leave this setup on there. And then the field modifications, this is how I'm running it, by the way. We do run light alloy mounting points, and then the suspension arm tuning. This helps a little bit with dispersion, and then also the anti-reflective headlights for a little bit more concealment. So that's really it. I don't think there's much more to say about this vehicle. It's just a weird one, man. You know, it really, really is. The armor is really good, but you just kind of have to know what this thing can do, because you don't want to get yourself into a scenario where you need DPM, right? And that's really what's going on with this tank. So let's give it a go. I still need some battle pass points, so, and I want to give you guys this vehicle. And I was thinking about going down another medium line. I did go all the way up to the T-44 for the Russian mediums, and I would like to try and give you guys a session in, you know, some mediums. We did play the Borisk. I should have played a light tank, man. Okay, 2 even 90s on our side, and they have an even and an M4 1D, 2 Borisks well on their side, and a Borisk on our side. Yeah, like this is the thing, man, with light tanks nowadays, is like, I'm gonna run this setup, by the way, for a little extra view range. This is the thing with light tanks nowadays. Like, I'm telling you, man, Borisks can just do the exact same thing. It's like, light tanks are almost obsolete in this game. You know, the wheelies are not, but this is why I continue to give you guys light tank content, because I swear there are still people from like that are stuck in like 2014 and think that you're supposed to, like, you know, do this all around the map. And I'm telling you guys, like, the game has changed so much, man. You know, I'm going to teach you why you don't farm kills on the play for free while your way around learning to survive. Good luck. Okay, interesting, my man. Yeah, light tanks have changed so much, guys, and like, this is just the reality of the game. Like, this Boris can do exactly what the evens are going to do. He doesn't have as much concealment, but like, you can run CVS, and it's just like, what the heck, man? Like, why do they even allow mediums to run CVS? I don't know, but it is what it is. So, okay, Boris is going up here. I like to try and put myself like right here just for now, and see if I can get shots over here. I'm gonna hit this, and then hit this side of the building as well. Like, the freaking, oh my god, man. The DPM is so bad on this vehicle. Okay, hit the Nomad. And when the gun does hit, I mean, it hits hard, right? Yeah, it definitely does. But like, you just run into a lot of situations, I feel like, in this game where you often need DPM and you just don't have it. You know, you just don't have it, so. See if this Boris pokes up. I don't think he will. Yeah, he's going to beat the even there. This is why you never run to this spot as an even 90, right? Let's see if I can hit this Pantera. Okay. I was poking up really high, right? Like, you really shouldn't do that, but I'm trying to get a shot into, like, one of these guys, the Borisks or something. But this is why I don't run, like, as a light tank, I don't run into this dip immediately, because you'll just get pressed by people like a Borisk, right? And good luck. So, Antera again. Wait. Okay. 329 is kind of a low roll. So yeah, it's 400 a shot. We've actually low rolled both of them so far. And also, this, you might call me crazy, but I find that I low roll a lot more in this tank. I swear it. I mean, people can say what they want, but I swear to you guys, I low roll more in this vehicle. Than in other vehicles, right? Okay, good. Gun's behaving fine this game. Gun is behaving fine. Getting a lot of easy shots on these guys as well. Yeah, they sent a good amount of people over to the east, so that really helps because we can just sit here and, like, anybody can do this in any tank, right? Just kind of sit and wait for shots. Like, I can be doing this in a light if I wanted to. Okay, 300. Again, like, what the heck, man? I don't know if you guys have been watching all the rolls, but, like, up here, 382, 358, 300. And then this must have been 385 because it's 685, right? Like, what the heck? We've low rolled literally every single freaking shot we've taken so far. Every single shot we've taken so far has been a low roll. Like, we've hit 5 shots. So I should be at 4, 8, 12, 2,000 damage. We're at 1,754. You know, like, I'm just saying, guys, you know, I'm not one of those, like, conspiracy theorist people. Maybe a little bit, but, like, you know, just makes you wonder. It's like, you know, I don't know, man. You know, kind of suspicious. Just an RNG thing, but, you know. Okay, I need to move and try and help this Borisk. We're going to move over here. I need to start getting shots on these guys over here. I think that went in. So I'm trying to wait for shots that are not going to come, you know, over here anymore. I'm trying to get out of the render range too. These guys over here. That's what I'm trying to do. And the goal is just to kind of support this Borisk. Nomad is probably sitting like right there. I'm just gonna take a shot. Watching for Artie. Yeah, of course. This is why you can't die in your light tanks, man. Okay, both our events have died already. They died way too early, and it can happen to anyone. It's happened to me many times, but you can't do this, man. You must stay alive in your lights, guys. I tell you this all the time. Stay alive. I'm gonna go for another one right here. That's definitely not a hit. Nomad appears. And here's the problem with the 122 TM. You take a blind shot, and then you have to wait 13 seconds for a reload, you know. I'm actually going to come back, I think, and just sit, like, over here for now. Just like right here, where I normally like to sit in my lights, and see if somehow I can outspot this Borisk or something like that. Just try and provide some support here if the Borisk does push. But I think really the problem is going to be in the east. There. Good. Borisk knows how to play this. Okay, I'm lit. Back down. Pushing this would be a really good idea, I think, at this point. Just trying to put my gun where it's going to make a difference, right? If I had to guess, I'd say the M41D is, like, somewhere in this area. I don't think he's in, like, E1, but I'm getting lit here, so... I don't think it's the BZ or anything like that. Okay, Kalana. That was... All of a sudden, this gun is behaving. Like, did you see that shot, man, into the cap? Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Yeah, I don't know exactly where I'm being spotted from. I'm really not certain, to be honest with you. I mean, we have decent concealment in this vehicle, even on the move. It's not, like, terrible. Just going to try and use these bushes here. Yeah, we're just running out of map, man. Like, I could have tried to help the East a little bit more, but, like, nothing is going to change the outcome of this game, IMO. So we kind of just have to play for our score now, really. Let's go for trying to lower plate on this guy. I'm just going to load the heats now, I think, at this point. Okay, hit the BZ. M41D is here. Just come as low as I can. Kind of try and dodge Artie a little bit if we can. That's about all we can do for now. Just gonna poke up, kind of light this BZ again as he's coming up.
I bet Santa don't ever get stuck like this.
Okay, hit the M41D. BZ's gonna poke up right here. Try to make sure this guy does not have an easy shot at me. Probably gonna get hit from behind at some point. Just gonna keep backing up away from this BZ. I can. Try something like that. Doesn't work though.
Come on.
This is why I don't like Heat, man. Heat's just very trollish when it comes to actually penning shots. You know what I mean? It's just like so bad.
Tracks are back. Tracks are finally spinning. Let's get the lead out, lads. Nice.
Good.
Have it, mate.
Just try and angle as best I can. And then you get ammo racked, and it's like, now I have a freaking 18-second reload, man. Like, give me a break, you know? Come on, Nomad. Hit something. 3341 damage, 147 assist. We tried the best we could, guys, honestly. It's just, our team is just not that good, you know? We just had the worst team. But I think we played it as good as we could, honestly. I think Boris tried to take over. They outpowered us in the east, and they outspotted us in the west, pretty much, and yeah, that's a GG. But I'm pretty happy with the performance. 3341 damage, not bad at all. Gun actually behaved pretty well this game. A lot of low rolls, though, man. But it did make up for it kind of at the end there. 427, 413, you know. Boris is trying to get really creative. And this is what you can do in this vehicle, right? This is why I like the Borisk. Because I mean, like, he could have played this a little smarter, but, like, look, man, he's able to get away. He's got 2 shots that do, you can do 700 plus damage with those 2 shells, you know? Dang, take your time, man. This T-28 prototype, man, like, I'm literally about to mute this guy. It's so freaking annoying. I hope none of you know who this guy is. Like, this guy just has been spamming the chat all game, man. Like, shut up, bro. No one freaking cares, man. Like, for real. All right, so second game. I mean, this was a really long game. So try and play 3, I think. 37-38. So there was 1 blind shot, right? We got high caliber in this game. So yeah, I don't think we played bad at all. The Boris had a good amount of spotting, but, like, look at this, man. 6 people doing 0 damage. I mean, how do you make up for that? You just can't make up for that, right? And yeah, our evens just, you know, not doing much spotting, unfortunately. But it is what it is, and we tried our best, man. Yeah, this Boris played a really good game. Okay, moving on. Play another game. And yeah, it was like 11k WTR, so that was actually a really good game by stats. But if it's a loss, I never feel good about it, you know. Okay. Glacier will be an interesting one. If I make a mistake here, by the way, like, if we ever die early, I will just play something else for you guys. I don't like to cut my videos. So we'll just play something else at tier 8, but I'm going to run vents for this one too. I'm not sure exactly where I want to put myself for this. I might try and get an initial shot at the heavies. I just don't know if this thing's fast enough to get there in time. But we're going to try it. So we're going to go to, like, F6 area.
Time to get moving, lads.
See if I can get over there. I just don't think we're going to be fast enough. I don't think this thing has the mobility. But we do kind of go downhill here, so maybe, I don't know. We go downhill a little bit, and then you go really downhill here. So I think we can get there pretty dang quick. And this mobility thing helps quite a bit. And I like to poke it like this. Straight up. I see absolutely nothing. Thought I'd at least see something here. Okay, hit the Ferdinand. 377. Another low roll, but it's fine, man. Again, if this thing had DPM, we would easily be able to get another shot off there. I thought the WZ might spot this TS5 going through, but here's the weird thing that I've learned about the game mechanics. It's 50 meters in a complete sphere, right? So if he's 50 meters above them, also you won't proxy. I never knew that. I thought it was just 50 meters like this way. But the wargaming has made the game mechanics so that proxy is 50 meters in an entire sphere. So I think he's 50 meters above them as they're passing through. Isn't that interesting? I never would have guessed that. But that's the way the game mechanics work, and I guess it does make more sense when you think about it, but like you just don't really... You wouldn't think about that, you know? Because on the map is only like 2D, right? If that makes sense, so... Okay, actually... I don't know what to do here, man. We got like 4 TDs sitting back here, but no one is really any further than that. This is what makes this tank so weird to play, because it's like you can't really lead a charge or anything like that. Like I might try and play, I don't know, a little closer if I had some DPM or something, but this tank is just so awkward, man. Like I don't want to be here if these guys are going to push up. I also want to be able to help the WZ. So this is just kind of like one of those weird situations where I'm trying to put myself kind of in the middle, and it's just not really working. I'm trying to figure out where I can go here. I think because the WZ has given me this much information, I'm going to try and just play like over here. Just have to be careful of this. I'm actually going to go this way, I think. Because we can stay hull down here. There's 2 Hardys, but I'd like to try and get involved a little bit in this game. I feel like I'm just kind of wandering around. Good, here's the Chimera. JP getting involved, Su-130 getting involved. What is going on here? Yep, I would say that this was probably not a good play now. Now these TDs are definitely going to have to support me here. We're going to try our best to get out of this, but I don't think we're going to be able to. Okay, JP. 343, again, another low roll. Try and turn this LTTB. Good. Just trying to troll this guy a little bit. Good. What happened to my... Thank you. Good. Clean him up. And this is what the 122 TM can do. Despite it not having much DPM, you can turn the tank pretty quickly. And it does work against tanks like Lights, so you don't get flanked and stuff like that. Both Artie's targeting me. Now the Chimera is here. Still here, rather. And, like, this is why, like, I was so concerned. Remember I said, like, we have so many TDs just sitting back here really, like, doing nothing. And we're kind of going to be SOL now, so... We just haven't taken any map, you know? And we lost this side of the map too, so kind of just sitting here until we die, basically. At this point, there's nothing else I can really do. In this situation, we're going to get hit from over here as well, and this just wasn't a great play on my part, but I think we tried our best, man, you know? Nothing we could have done was going to make a difference in us winning this game, right? So... trying to turn this so I can shoot over this guy and keep my turret, or keep my, good. Bounced him.
Now that's how you bloody do it.
Just trying to not to expose my turret, but like, we're just surrounded, right? Like, there's nothing I can do in this situation. We're completely surrounded. 1810 damage, 280 assist. Again, we trolled the LTTB a little bit. And it's just like what this tank is capable of doing, man, you know? In these close encounters, you can turn the tank really fast, kind of like the Progetto 65, I think, is the one I'm thinking of, that like has a really fast turn speed. And so, like, it's very hard to flank. And the 122TM is similar. Though it's slow, it has decent traverse, so it's very hard for, like, light tanks to just run around you. Especially with this mobility system. And you can kind of just wiggle yourself. The LTTB is obviously going for the lower plate, and we're just trying to make sure you can't hit it, or maybe even the caps as well. You just try and keep the front of the tank pointed towards him, and yeah, man. This is why I don't like this vehicle, guys, because if these are the games you're going to get, then you're not going to be able to do much. You don't have the DPM, right? 15 to 3 stops in 5 minutes. Like, you don't want to be in this vehicle, man. I'd rather be in the Borisk or something like that, like any other vehicle, because this thing just is not good for the current game, in my opinion. You know, it just has no DPM. It's just, you just can't, like, really do much with it. And again, we're top here by damage. So both games we've been top by damage, and still it hasn't been that much damage. This first game, it was a good amount of damage, but this game, 1800 damage, like, apparently that's still yellow by XVM standards. Like, I just don't understand how people are doing so much damage in this vehicle, man. Maybe the gun just trolls me and I low roll, but honestly, man, like, I do like over 2,000 in the Borisk with ease, you know? And like this thing, I feel like I'm struggling to do even like 1,800 damage some games. So. This is actually a 6, 7, 8 game. So normally, in a 6, 7, 8 game, or sorry, on El Haloof, I would not take this thing up to ABC 1, 2, 3, because oftentimes your caps will get picked off. But in a 6, 7, 8 game, I'm going to take it over there because we need to put our gun where it matters. And basically, I'm just going to draw this on the map, even though people in the game will see it. ABC 1, 2, 3. Actually, only XVM people should see it, which is like one dude. ABC 1, 2, 3, like Michael Jackson, I'm talking ABC 1, 2, 3, on this map is the most important part of the map, right? And you need to take this portion of the map in order to win the game most of the time. Unless you can press the field here really, really fast, like maybe you can win, but I'm telling you, like ABC 1, 2, 3, that is going to be the best spot of the map to win and to hopefully win the game following that. So that's my opinion on El Haloof. Again, Do, Re, Mi, ABC 1, 2, 3, you know, whatever you want to call it, man. Northwest is going to win you this game, so. Or I should say, win you this map. Okay. It's a good start. I think we can honestly just kind of poke this like this. I'm not even afraid to do it. Good. 445. Now we're getting the high rolls, man. Maybe we had to wait until this game. This thing can kind of side scrape, but you have to like do it at a very, very, very low angle. No, I don't know how to say that in another way. Like you don't want to go way out wide like you can in someone like the German heavies and stuff like that. I think we can do it like around like this kind of angle, you know. Because the side just becomes too fragile, basically. Just gonna wait, see if this ISU is gonna poke. If he doesn't, then we're here for the IS-3 to help the IS-3 as well. I don't see him poking, so let's see if we can poke this, get a shot into the Junu as he's coming over. Okay, we track him. Shouldn't have rushed that shot. It's fine. This thing cannot, like... When I say the gun is bad on this thing, what I mean to say, guys, is the thing can't snapshot at all. Like, it just can't do that T100 LT thing that I like, you know? Hold that shot. Save it for the Junu. We're just trying to use our damage per shot here. We're going to take another one at the Junu as soon as I reload, or maybe the Karn. I think the Karn's actually the easier target. Can hit him, track him as well. It's beautiful. KV2 can get a shot. Now Junu's going to kind of press. I'd rather get my shot into the... I was going to say the Karn, but now the Junu. I'll take one from the KV3 if I have to. This is just bad by me, you know, too. Like, I could have just aimed that shot better, but... Trying not to get hit by the KV3. He does bounce me anyway, though. This gun is just the weirdest freaking thing ever, man. I swear, it can only hit hard shots. You take the easy shots and it misses. You take the hard shots and it hits. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't know what's going on with this vehicle. I really don't. This is just the weirdest vehicle I've ever played, man. The RNG just makes no freaking sense on it. Okay. I play, like, too fast. You guys see what I mean? Like, I'm just so, like, I like to be fast. I'm gonna hug this KV3. Just try and put my gun in his. See how he's, like, trying to aim for my cap? Just can kind of, like, do this. You know, try and put my gun where his gun is. Mess with him. Keep moving my turret, you know. See, he's like, he doesn't know what to do, man. This is why I like vehicles like this, because average players just, like, freak out. They're like, oh my god, where'd I hit him? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, they just don't know what to do, you know what I mean? So, that's how you have to do it, man. You gotta just play with people like that. Troll people, kind of. Hit this Burza. I'm gonna keep moving. Gonna angle out like this. Okay, he misses. That's good. Good. We can keep pushing in. And this is what this vehicle is also capable. This is why I say the gun is bad, but like overall, I think the tank is still pretty good, right? Because the armor is just so trollish and it has enough mobility where you can just push in on lower tiers. Like you can absolutely like assault lower tier tanks in this vehicle. It can bully things so well because of its armor profile, and that's what makes the tank good, and that's where you have to use it to your advantage. And I think the reason why I'm not doing a lot of damage in this vehicle, maybe compared to other people, is because I never see these games. Like, what the heck is this, tier 6? I'm always in like the 8 or 9 games, so just trying to figure out where this Hellcat is. He's probably up here, I had to guess, or he could be here. For some reason, I thought this rock was like over here when I was first looking at it. There he is, right there. Good. Now we're just going after the Lorraine. I think he's going to actually fall down the cliff here. And I didn't even play this tank that well, man. I was trying to take like these snapshots. I didn't have to take them. And we blocked 1,500 damage, you know. And like this is what I mean. This tank is just very capable, right? At these higher tiers, or I'm sorry, at the when you're facing lower tiers, when it's top tier, right? Is this guy in the water? Is he going to drown or what? Can't tell. Yeah, he did. Okay. Watch this. That was a full HP Lorraine too, man. I was really hoping that guy didn't die in the water, but good example of why I take the thing to ABC 123, right? So I just think of Michael Jackson whenever I say ABC 123, but I'm telling you guys to summarize ABC 123 on El Haluf is going to get you a win most of the time. Like if you can win ABC 123, it's likely you will win the game, right? Don't worry about the field. Don't go crazy in the field. This is why I'm very passive with my light tanks over there. And everyone's always like, LT spot, LT spot, and trying to throw shit in the chat. And I'm just like, nah, dude, like I'm good, man. You know, I'm good. I don't really feel like spotting for you. So going to apply this bonus that gets us like almost 10k there, and high caliber again. And I'm going to end it here because I feel like if we play a third game, or I'm sorry, a fourth game, I'm going to perform poorly. 3179 damage. I think this is probably the best 3 games in a row that I've ever played with this vehicle. 3179 damage over 3 battles, and 746 damage blocked, 455 assistance. So we're getting like 3600 combined or something or other. And you know, if we kept doing that, we would actually 3 mark this vehicle. So I'd, you know, if I could play it like this all the time, maybe I just have had bad games in it and I've judged this thing too quickly, but we're at 170 battles, man. I have a 56% win rate in this vehicle. It was even higher. It's come down. Like it actually was up to like 60% at one point. And this is, again, why I also say, like, I feel like there are, I don't want to call them meta tanks. I don't really like the word meta, but that is the case. There are tanks that have really good armor, right? I just think the DPM is lacking on this vehicle. But hold down vehicles are so important in World of Tanks because of the way Wargaming designs the maps, that this is why I feel like I can hold a 65% win rate in a vehicle like the TS-54, right? A 56% win rate in this. Now, the Bat Chat's kind of, it's a little bit different. But the thing is, if you know how to play this vehicle, you're going to have a really good win rate in it because the burst damage is just absolutely ridiculous. And it can also spot, and it can just do all kinds of things. It's so versatile that that's why I have a 66% win rate in this vehicle. But like, look at my win rates. Even look at the M4190 GF win rate, 51%, and I 3 marked it. Like, it's just wild, man, to me that like I can have a 65% win rate in tanks that I don't even play that much. Like, I think the least amount of battles I have per class is in heavies, right? The most would be lights, and I think second is actually probably tank destroyers, and then mediums, and then heavies. Like, I don't play heavies, and I have a 65% win rate in this vehicle. So it's just something to note, guys. Something I really like to emphasize is that I think like hold down vehicles, if you know the game well enough, like you're going to perform well in them because that's what the game requires you to do a lot of times on a lot of maps, is to do hold down brawling. So 122 TM, guys, again, not my favorite vehicle, but it does work when you are bullying people at lower tiers. I hope you enjoyed this session, and I will catch you guys for the next one. Take care until then, and bye-bye. I'm out.